Hey folks, we're live tonight along the border fence in Progresso, just talking about all of this haze that's in the air. You've probably noticed it. We talked earlier about how it's smoke coming from Mexico, but not the part of Mexico that's right here, because it's coming all the way across Mexico and all the way across the Gulf of Mexico. It's coming from so far away, even Central America. It's that time of year, agricultural burning. They burn off the fields, gets rid of the rodents, it helps clean the fields out, and it's legal. And what it does, though, is send all that smoke this way, and with that prevailing wind coming from there to here, it carries it all this direction. Look at this map and it shows you where it's coming from. Way down Central America, southern Mexico, and it just kind of comes right up the western coast of the Gulf and right into Texas. And today it's coming right over the top of us, as it typically does this time of year. And it's going to be here until we get a wind shift or we get rid of the inversion. That's the warmer air loft that traps that smoke down here in the bottom layers of the atmosphere, or until the burning season is over. But usually by the time we get into June, things get better. But boy, I tell you what, you can see it, and sometimes you can smell it. I smelled it this morning, and some days you can really pick it up worse than others. And it's dropped the air quality, as we showed you at the earlier part of the newscast, to moderate across the area. So certainly an issue. Now let's look at what winds are going to do the next couple of days, because if we could get a north wind in here, that would turn it around. A north wind would push it out of here. But if you watch, Futuretrack says the wind's out of the southeast now, obviously, stays out of the southeast through the nighttime hours into tomorrow, still out of the southeast, and even if it's straight up out of the south, it'll continue pushing smoke in this direction. Winds get a little gusty tomorrow. We're back in the yellows in there, so we're looking at 20, 25 miles an hour, certainly breezier than today, but still out of the southeast, and that goes into tomorrow night as well. Don't see the winds shifting much at all the next few days, so I think you have to deal with this at least for a little while. The sky just not quite clear blue. There's some high clouds out here, but there's also in the low levels down here at the ground, you can kind of see that haziness in the atmosphere. Here are your current temperatures: 102 Rio Grande City. Westerly goes at 89, Port Isabel at 85 degrees this afternoon. Dew points are way up. It is humid. You probably noticed that. You step outside and it feels like July. That's because dew points in most of the valley are in the mid-70s right now, and that is a summertime dew point. That's what you look at in July and August, typically mid-70s. So just really sticky out here, and that's probably not going to change much either the next couple of days. We're on the top of the chart on the Muggy meter and likely to stay there for a while. As far as high temperatures go the next few days, we're going to stay above average. Here's what it feels like now. You add the humidity into the temperatures and you get the heat index. Feels like 104 in McAllen, feels like 101 in Harlingen and Raymondville. Even in Brownsville this afternoon feels like 95. Now the next 3 days, high temperatures are going to be at least in the mid-90s across the area. As we head into the weekend, we start to warm up, but then late in the weekend, early next week, we see a little bit of a cool down, but we're talking little, not much, but a slight cool down, because our chance of rain will go up just a little bit late in the weekend. Here's Futuretrack, shows what's going on over the area the next couple of days, and says tonight it's just warm and humid. No real changes. Clouds show up late night, early morning. You wake up to a thick gray overcast that breaks during the afternoon. You get some afternoon sunshine, and again, tomorrow turns windy. You saw that on the wind map. Let's keep going forward now into Friday. Futuretrack hints at a brief shower on Friday, but I think you're looking at probably less than 10% coverage. Most areas stay dry, but you notice a little bit of stuff in the west Friday. As you head into Saturday, I think the chance goes up just a little bit, not all that much, but at least spotty showers begin to work their way into the forecast as we head into the weekend. As we head out of the weekend, our chance will be probably even better. The next 3 days, your rain chances show dry tomorrow, mainly dry Friday, then 10% on Saturday. So I think widely separated activity. If you get a shower, consider yourself one of the lucky ones over the area. Here's what's going on at the coast. If you happen to be headed to the beach tomorrow in the morning, temperatures start the day briefly in the upper 70s, but by about 9 o'clock we're up to 85. Southeast winds already gusty at 23 miles an hour. UV is extreme. Rip current risk is moderate. The surf temperature is at 81. Afternoon readings in the 80s, and by evening still 81 degrees under partly sunny skies. Here are the tides. There are two. Small craft advisory in effect through tomorrow morning. Seas 6 to 8 feet, and the bay is a little bit rough, so use extra caution out there with that small craft advisory in effect. So for tonight across the area, skies partly cloudy early with some more clouds later. 79 for a low, southeasterly winds, 79 for a low. That's a warm, humid night. Again, that's a July-like night. Then tomorrow, clouds early, but then partly sunny and windy. Highs up to around 94. Southeast winds pick up to 15 to 25 miles per hour. Here you go. Next 7 days, up to 95 on Saturday. We do cool it off a little bit on Sunday and increase our chance of rain a little bit. Still looks like Monday into Tuesday, probably our best chance for showers. That's why Monday's cooler at about 90. A real measure of how humid it is a look at those nighttime lows. And when they're in the mid to upper 70s throughout the forecast period, you're looking at some warm, humid conditions across the valley. And when the wind comes back, hopefully these gnats will go away. That's it live from right along the border. Tim Smith, Channel 5 News.